Students, good morning to all. Hope you all are fine and preparing for your term 1 exam. Here I am with the revision of the chapter, the third level, only question answers, important question answers, and few concepts of this chapter. Fine. So I have already explained this chapter in two videos. Okay, you can go through my channel and you can view that. Then afterwards, you just listen to this video as well so that all the concepts will become clear. As I already told you in my earlier video, third level, that is the story that weaves together a psychological journey of the narrator into past, present, and moves towards future. Right? And we know, children, there is always a natural human tendency to constantly move between the past, the present, and the future. So we can say that past, present, and future are strategically and organically interconnected. Fine. And as we know, we all are human beings. We have many good and bad aspects of our life. Okay. Sometimes there are ups and downs in life we face. Okay. And all these phase of our life aspects, we can say, tend to affect the human mind. Okay. And in order to run away from the modern, we can say, worries, tensions, and all, our human mind tend to would like to escape. Okay. And where we get relax, peace, and happiness. So let's begin with the question answers. First and foremost, I would like to discuss the character sketch of Charlie. You can say Charlie, the protagonist of the story. Fine. And he is a true representative of modern man. Why? Because he is a victim of stress, insecurity, fear, and he wants to run away from reality. We can say he wants to escape from the reality. So he is an escapist. Okay, ESCAPIST. He is an escapist and he wants to escape from the world of harsh realities. Here, harsh realities refers to the world of stress, insecurity, fear. Fine. And further, we can write he has the hobby of philately. Philately hobby means he is fond of stamp collection. That is the hobby. Fine. And which he takes up to make his leisure hours more productive and fulfilling experience. But when he shares with regard to his hobby with his friend psychiatrist Sam, what did he say? He says that he calls this hobby as a temporary refuge from reality. Find this one point you have to note. Then he yearns means he means like earnestly wants to lead a good simple life of his grandfather's time. Why grandfather's time? Because those days things were pretty nice and peaceful. Okay, there were no hustle and bustle of life. Everything went on very peacefully. That was the time. That's why he wants to lead a very simple life of his grandfather's time. Then he quests for the fabulous ordinariness of bygone age that was free from modern razzle dazzle. Right? Fabulous ordinariness means ordinary life of bygone age, of the gone by days. Okay. Why? That was very free from modern razzle dazzle, we can say. And we can say sophisticated life, we can say material comforts, but still it excludes peace and tranquility. Tranquility means like mind is free of we can say stress. Okay. Free, relaxed mind. So he wants to go to Galesburg, Illinois in the year 1984, when the First World War was 20 years off and the Second World War still 40 years ahead. So that was the time he wants to enjoy. Fine. So further we can write about, I have just written the value points. You have to further elaborate all these value points as I am speaking to you. Fine. An imaginative person. So we can write further, he is an imaginative person. Right? Hence, on the wings of his imagination or with the help of his imagination, he takes a flight to the non-existent world. Which world he is going? The world which does not exist. The third level at Central Station. That is perfectly his imagination. So the third level is imaginatory world, world of imagination, world of fantasy. Fine. So non-existent. But what happened after finding it once, he and his wife failed to find it again. right? So we can say, in short, we can write that Charlie is the true representative of the modern man who is torn between the pulls and pressures of hectic modern life, and he wants to escape since he is not happy with his present life. So after finding it once, he fails to find it again. So that indicates that it's only an imaginary world, or we can say the third level. Now, this is all about character sketch of Charlie. Now let's move to the next. Sam, Charlie's psychiatrist friend. Okay, it's also very important character. So Sam, we can say by profession, he's a psychiatrist. Okay, and he is a typical city boy. Fine. When Charlie shares his visiting the third level, what does he say? He tells him it is a waking dream wish fulfillment. I have already told you, in some, you will find in some book, walking dream wish fulfillment or waking dream wish fulfillment. Both are same. Okay. So daytime we see the dream, we imagine the world where we want to go. That is what waking dream wish fulfillment, where we want to fulfill our desire and what we want, right? Then he tells him that he is looking for ways to escape since he is not happy. So Sam explains him, right? So he calls Charlie's escapism as waking dream wish fulfillment. Next point we can add, he gets fascinated by Charlie's description of Galesburg, Illinois as a wonderful town. So Charlie, we know that Charlie is a victim of insecurities of modern life. Fine. And Sam also dubs the argument of narrators, that is Charlie's hobby of stamp collection, as a temporary refuge from reality. So here we can say Sam does not believe in mixing up his profession with his friendship. Okay, so what he does, he gets fascinated by Charlie's description of Galesburg, Illinois as a wonderful town with big, because Charlie's how Charlie see Galesburg, Illinois. He is describing in the chapter how the town Galesburg, Illinois is as a, we can say, wonderful town with big old frame houses, right? Huge lawns, tremendous trees lining the streets. Okay, so all this explanation, even Sam also gets affected, because one or the other way, Sam also is having this, we can say, problem of facing the modern, because he is a Sam is by profession psychiatrist, so he must be contacting, like Charlie, many other clients, of giving suggestions and listening to them. So when Charlie explains about Galesburg, Illinois, he gets fascinated. Okay, so he is also affected. So he is also affected by pulls and pressures of modern life. Who? Sam, Charlie's psychiatrist friend. So he too thinks of escaping to the peaceful world of Galesburg in 1894. So in the end, right, the third level of Grand Central Station he discovers and he goes there. And from there, what happens? He writes a letter from there advising Charlie and Louisa, right? Louisa, Charlie's wife, to keep searching the third level, because it is worth, right? It is good, it is worth. So according to Charlie, Sam must have set up, Charlie thinks, no, Sam must have set up his little hay feed and grain business, as he can't go back to his old business, as psychiatrists are redundant in Galesburg of 1894. So here we can say, from there he writes. Again, it is a figment of his imagination. Even Charlie or Sam also gets affected by pulls and pressures of modern life, and he too find way to escape to the Galesburg, Illinois. Okay, that is the third level, the world of fantasy and world of imagination. This is all about Sam, Charlie's psychiatrist friend. Now here I have written few questions for you. What convinced Charlie that he had reached the third level at Grand Central Station and not the second level? So what are the things, right? By looking at, Charlie was very much sure that he reached at Grand Central Station of the third level but not the second level. So here the answer goes in this way. The general layout of the third level was different from that of the second level. First of all, the layout differs. Fine. Because second level he is familiar with. Fine. It had comparatively smaller rooms, fewer ticket windows, and lesser train gates. Okay, and the information booth in the center was made of wood and looked old. The place with its brass spittoons did not look very bright. So all these things when Charlie finds, so Charlie was very much convinced that it was not the second level, but he reached the third level. Fine. Next we see, how did Charlie make sure that he was not in the present time? Okay, now when he saw the things were different, the layout of the platform was totally different, okay, compare it to second level. So he wanted to make it further sure. So what did he do? To make sure he was not in the present time, Charlie did a reality check. How did he do a reality check? He looked at the newspapers which were on the sale at kiosk and found a copy of the newspaper, The World. This question many times comes in the board paper as well. The World is the name of the newspaper. He found it, and which carried the main story on President Cleveland that time. Who was the president? President Cleveland was president in 1894 that time. Okay, so then he confirmed from the public library files that the newspaper he had seen was, which dated, it was dated 11th June 1894. So along with the date and year and the name of the newspaper you have to remember. Okay, so with this Charlie made it very sure that he was not in present time, he was in the third level. How does Charlie describe Galesburg as it used to be in 1894? How did it describe? And this description of Charlie only affected Sam, his friend psychiatrist. Fine. So Charlie describes Galesburg as a quiet, simple and peaceful place with big old frame houses, right? Huge lawns and tremendous trees. The summer evenings were rather long, and people sat out on their lawns in a peaceful world. Men smoking cigars and women waving palm leaf fans. So, by looking at the people, how they pass their time, by looking at their actions, we can say that they were very leading comfortable life without stress, life without any fear, insecurity, fine, because they were simply waving palm leaf fans, means simply sitting and relaxing themselves and enjoying their time, right? This is what, this way Charlie describes Galesburg as it used to be in 1894. How did Sam reach Galesburg? What did he advise Charlie to do, right? How did he reach? So Sam was fascinated by Charlie's description of Galesburg, and one or the other way, right, by engaged in his profession, he too was burdened, we can say, he too was burdened, right, by the tensions and stress of modern life, that he thought of escaping to the peaceful world of Galesburg. So he went there, and his advice to Charlie is that he, that is Charlie, and his wife, Louisa, should come over to Galesburg through the medium of the third level. Through the medium of the third level, again, through the medium of imagination. The place is very quiet, peaceful, without stress. Right? What kind of people did Charlie see at the third level? So here also description of the people that is given beautifully in the text, children. You have to, as it is, right? So having worked late at the office, Charlie decided to take a train back home. So he came to Grand Central Station, and from the second level he got lost while ducking into an arched doorway and found himself inside a tunnel. This tunnel took him to another flight of stairs, and he found himself on the third level of the station. As compared to the second level, the third level had smaller rooms, fewer ticket windows, and train gates. Everyone there was dressed in 1890 something. So how was the dressed? Charlie came across men and women wearing 19th century dresses. Right? Men sported fancy mustaches, beards, and sideburns, tiny lapels, 4-button suits, Derby hats and pocket gold watches seemed to be in vogue. Women were wearing fancy cut sleeves, long skirts, and high button shoes. Charlie was confused to see people sporting old fashioned clothes and hairstyles at the third level. So, these were the attire of the people he found at the third level Grand Central Station. Okay, and everything belonged to the 18th, 19th century. Okay, so we can say here it is 1890 something. So 18, the attire and the dress code, everything seems to be 18th, 19th century. So here I have given you some images like 4-button suit with tiny lapels. The first one, these are the like collar type, no, that this is called lapel. Derby hat, this is type of the hat called a leg of mutton sleeve. This is the way the sleeve, okay, and handlebar mustache. This is the image of, just for your knowledge. What is being inferred from Sam's letter to Charlie? Okay, this is also a very important question. I hope I have given in my earlier lesson also, but no problem. Once again, let's see. Sam's letter to Charlie is dated 18th July 1894. Right? It is written from Galesburg, Illinois, in response to Charlie's claim of having visited the third level. Now, after Charlie's description of Galesburg, Illinois to Sam, right, then only he escaped to the third level because he too was worried with the present modern life. Sam, who is equally insecure, wishes the entire episode is true, as he too believes in the existence of the third level. There are some inferences made by the letter. The introductory part of the letter confirms Charlie's belief in the existence of the third level. Number one. Second, it also suggests that those who find the third level can travel across to Galesburg and enjoy the festivities, songs, music, and peaceful world of the 1890s. So the author who is the author? Jack Finney, uses Sam's letter as a unique combination of the real and fantasy world, right? And this letter, when towards the end, Charlie, when he was searching the first day cover, in that he found this envelope, the letter written by Sam to Charlie. Now, this, as I told you, third level is a science fiction, right? It shows here, right, time and space travel. Okay, so it is the study of human mind, we can say, caught in this cycle of time and space. So here, do you see an intersection of time and space in the story? Very, very important question, children. Yes, the story clearly shows an intersection of time and space. First, the first two levels of Grand Central Station were located in the present time, while the third level existed in the 1890s. This is the first year time, 1890, the third level, and the place is also different, layout was different, whereas the first two level Grand Central Station shows the present time and the present layout, right? Second point, Charlie and his wife Louisa live in the present time, yet Charlie goes to get old currency to buy tickets to go to Galesburg of 1894. Fine, because Charlie, in his imaginative world, he goes to ticket window, right, to get old currency. The old architecture of the platform at the third level is different from the platform of the modern times, right? The archaic manner of dressing by the people and the newspaper, the world dated 11 June 1894, also overlap with Charlie's real-time world and existence. And finally, the letter that was mailed to Charlie's grandfather on 18th July 1894 highlights the intersection of time and space. So this is the intersection of time and space, right? Overlapping the things, fine? The newspaper, The World, written, dated 11th June 1894, because in order to make sure whether he's in the third level, he sees the newspaper. That was also dated that. Same way, ultimately towards the end, Charlie's letter. And other than that, whatever we have discussed about the attire of the people, dress code of the people, right, and the general layout of the all these, we can see that intersection of time and space, though they are in the present world, but they see the future. Okay, so this is what all about, we can say, all the question answers I have in detail discussed. And along with this, that earlier you can just subscribe to my channel, and so that you can see all the videos whatever I have posted earlier. Okay, and just prepare. And children, one thing very clearly I would like to tell you, that whenever you have any doubt, please write in the WhatsApp. I will definitely answer. Don't comment in the YouTube channel. Okay, it won't be answered by me. Fine. So thank you. God bless you, children, and prepare well for your exam.